welcome to Jen's Jungle, or welcome back if you've been with us before. And this is Ebby and Cleo's May 2025 Adventure Cat Vlog. So let's see what they've been up to this month. We started off with a trip to the beach. It was nice and sunny and finally got some decent weather. So we thought we'd head out to a local beach. The cats were on the prowl looking for a good spot. Cleo decided that this was the perfect spot to stop, where she could enjoy the view and looking rather stunning in her new summer suit. But of course, before we did anything, we had to make sure she was protected, and we had to pop her sun cream on. Sphinx cats are prone to skin problems, including sunburn, and this can lead to skin cancer, so it's really important to protect them. So we're going to smother on some Factor 50. And this is cat safe stuff. She was not very impressed at it, but it is very important, so we can sit back and enjoy the beach. I think Ebby was a bit worried I was about to pop some on him. As Ebby chilled in the trolley, Cleo wanted to explore and go down to the sea, so I took her to see the ocean. I don't think she was overly impressed with the waves, so we headed back to see what Ebby was up to. It was a little warm on this day, and I don't think Ebby was enjoying being out in the sun too much, so we made him a little hide in the trolley where he could hide away and be a little grumpy. But it does keep him nice and cool. However, the one way to make Ebby happy is to give him some food. So we got him some Mickey treats, which he enjoyed, whereas me and Cleo enjoyed the view. They'd then chill for a little bit. Ebby loves people watching, so he enjoyed watching everyone go past. And he got a bit of shade under the wagon when needed. Whereas Cleo loved the sun, and she was nice and safe with her adorable sun hat on. Soon enough it was time to pack up, so we popped the cats in the wagon, as I think they were getting a bit tired. And why walk when you can ride instead? So we headed down to the seafront so that they could see the waves a little bit. They had been on the beach before, but not been that close to the sea before, so we thought we'd introduce it to them. They didn't seem too bothered by it, but I think they wanted to stay in their wagon. I think Ebby was tempted to jump out until he saw the waves, and then he thought I'd stay here. Still enough time to head back, so we had a little walk along the seafront. Then had the fun of pulling the wagon up with the two cats in it. Had a little stroll along the promenade. They get so much fuss when they're sitting in their little wagon. And then it was time to head back to the car. And it was a bit of a hill. This was not the fun part. However, the cats did decide they wanted to get out and walk a little bit, so that helped lighten the load a little bit. The cats can always decide whether they want to walk or ride. It is completely up to them. Next up, we headed to a local farm. Ebby was certainly deciding to ride this time. He was not in the mood to walk, whereas Cleo was strutting her stuff and took the lead. So we headed off to meet all the farm animals. We started off with a pig, which I think Cleo rather liked. Or maybe the pig liked Cleo. I'm not quite sure, but they were certainly very interested in each other. I don't think Cleo liked it when the piggy turned its back on her. She was not impressed. But soon enough it came back, and Cleo said hello again. Ebby, meanwhile, was just staring at the field, because that's what he wanted to do. Next up was the pygmy goats. This little guy was super cute, but Cleo wasn't so sure of him. I think she was more interested in the weeds. Abby did then decide to get out and have a look at what was going on and met this lovely pair of ducks, or geese. But they were not so keen when the cats got close, so we made sure the cat stayed away. And then it was the ferrets. I think this was one of the highlights for the cats. This little guy seemed to quite like the cats as well. He was certainly choosing to come over to them. This is a great little local farm, which is pet friendly and has some beautiful gardens here as well. And there was so much to see. This was the first time the cats have met many of these animals, but they were definitely intrigued. It was nice when Ebby got out of his backpack and decided to say hello to some of them. He can be a little grumpy at times. He is turning 2 soon, so I hope we're not hitting the terrible 2s. He certainly liked this little ferret. I was a bit worried that the ferret wouldn't like the cats, but this little guy was definitely interested in them, as he was choosing to hang out with them. And Cleo just picked a nice spot to sit and look out. I think we could have spent a long time here. Soon enough, it was time to move on, and we saw some lovely little birdies. And these definitely intrigued Ebby. I think this might have been one of his favourite bits. They were of course safe from him, he couldn't get at any of them. But he did want to fully inspect it and do a full little lap of the cage. Then, it being springtime, we had to take a walk to the Bluebell woods. This was a beautiful place, and can we just all admire how beautiful the cats look in the midst of the bluebells. It was a lovely warm evening, and we really made the most of it. I think Cleo just enjoyed sitting and enjoying the view, whereas Ebby was much more explorative, wanting to get into everything. As they're getting older, their personalities are definitely coming out more. Cleo is very easygoing, will just sit and relax and kind of do whatever. Ebby is much more adventurous and can really get into stuff, but he can also be a bit grumpy. The dogs did also come along, as we've not seen so much of them this month, and they had fun play fighting on the way back. And this is Dougal and Dora, the younger 2. Dylan was also here, but he just plodded along. He's a good boy. I think Ebby liked the little walking bridge back. He was almost running. And here is the whole gang together. It is best when they're all out together. And we finished the evening with a lovely barbecue, which Cleo very much enjoyed. She is a greedy little foodie cat. A big achievement this month was completing the Great Tail Trail. This is a local event put on by Julie's House Children's Hospice. And there were 45 giant tails and 43 little tails to find all around the county. These were really beautiful and stunning. It's a great local charity which supports children and family in the local area. And this was great fun to complete and hopefully raise some local awareness for a great charity. We did have a bit of bad weather during this, which Ebby especially was not impressed at, but he was all cozied up in his little onesie, so hopefully he will forgive me. We did also have to sneak them into some libraries and inside places, but we made sure they stayed in their backpack so we wouldn't get too much trouble. And And of course, no month would be complete without a visit to the local park, their favourite place. And this time was really lovely because all the little ducks and swans and cygnets were around, which the cats loved seeing. And as a special treat this month, we had a special movie night. The cats got all cozied up and we watched one of my favourite childhood movies, Lilo and Stitch, which Ebby was very interested in. And this did give us an idea for an adventure next month. So like and subscribe to see what we get up to, and we hope to see you soon. Bye!